EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season, as it'll be the Dragons of Orlando taking on the San Francisco 49ers. The kicker, Brandon Aubrey, is out to get this one started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
Come on.
Play action, now it's Daniels. Short throw, he's got Kraft. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 19 yards right off the bat, and a quick first down.
I know some guys, they love to start the year off with a deep shot downfield, trying to begin things with a home run ball. That might be the more exciting option, but I think that this was the smarter play.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Now Daniels going to keep it. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down.
Hold it ready.
Throwing now is Daniels. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And that's good for a gain of 6. And 38 now.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
That is caught. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 38-yard line.
First and 10 at the 38.
To the air goes Daniels. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. 37 yards. And the Dragons are on the board here first in the season opener.
The kick is good.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Cooper fast with a feet. And he is out of bounds as they'll start past the 30. Looking to put a drive together. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Stop. Go.
Richardson. Now he'll tuck this and run. Now he's free at the 35. And across the chalk into the end zone. That's a 49er touchdown. Anthony Richardson, 67 yards. And the Niners are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own.
Extra point.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
First down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now a handoff up the middle. Carrington. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. To throw is Daniels. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And into the end zone. Pick 6 for the 49 D as they score the touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties, the big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Yeah, they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain there of 30 big ones. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Daniels looking to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd.
Now 2nd and 9.
At the 50-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Carrington. And he's going to have this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 43-yard line.
19, 19, 5 in. Panther 11.
Now Daniels. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
It's a gain of 6.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the 1st quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that tuck rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Now Daniels going to keep it. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Daniels. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Daniels going to throw for it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Here's Richardson to throw. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
A wild throw there, and it is intercepted. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Now a first carry here for the running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Daniels. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down to the 2 before he's wrestled out. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Back to throw. Daniels. And it's caught. Touchdown. Tucker Kraft from a yard out. And the Dragons are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he's able to get this all the way to the 40 before going out of bounds.
That return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14-all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Now he's going to step up and run. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now Richardson back to throw it. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 38 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Gibbs straight ahead. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
What an advantage having a lead guy to build a defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He's got this to Pickens. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Ready, set. Set. Bronco 80.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Here we go, set. 60 Bison, 60. Ready.
They'll run with Gibbs. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
Cowboy 80. Ready.
Now Richardson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Richardson now on third and goal. He'll try and do this himself. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down
from the gun. He'll hand this off. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Second down in the yard.
A gain of 9. Brings up second and 1.
Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
That's taken in by Kraft. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 36. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. As they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. It's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Daniels. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Back to throw again. Now Daniels going to keep it. And it's caught. Touchdown. Tucker Kraft in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dragons have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
His kick is
Extra point splits the uprights. And that will make this a 4-point game.
17.
4 seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Cooper fast with the feet. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football. Now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And he's going to have a Niners first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
49er first and 10 at the 34-yard line.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Richardson looking to throw this. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
The offenses are always trying to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Richardson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 13-yard line.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jahmyr Gibbs, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers have retaken a third-quarter lead.
Niners 24, Dragons 21.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. With this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just letting our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are we going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
That's good. One for Orlando. First down.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Back to throw now on first down. His throw caught right around the 6. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
4 yards.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
At the 6-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Daniels. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another second and goal. They'll look to throw again. This is caught. Really nice gain on the completion. However, still third and goal that they face now.
18 yards. It brings up third and goal.
Trap 60, trap 60. Trap alert. 18, 5 here. 79 Broncos.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Tucker Kraft with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Dragons have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter.
It is good.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. Ball on the 40 now. Here's second down and 7. Richardson looking to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A very solid gain of 27.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
Some good games around the league here early in Week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. He'll let this go for the end zone. That is incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
2nd and 10. Richardson working from the gun. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Richardson out of the shotgun. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Throwing now is Daniels. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Now a handoff up the middle. Carrington. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. To the air goes Daniels. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a 1st down.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Ready.
To throw is Daniels. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner.
Intercepted. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Another run for Gibbs here. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, 49ers. Jahmyr Gibbs, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the 49ers use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. All right, now what can the Niners do as they face a big 2-point conversion here? On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And that helps. That gives them a 7-point lead. So they go with the pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. This is 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's second down.
It's second down.
Now Daniels. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Brings up third down. And
backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Now Daniels going to keep it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
A gain of 34 yards. And in Orlando, first down.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's first and 10 now. Play action. Now it's Daniels. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Drive some people crazy seeing short plays underneath. They got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
They come up now on second and 2. Up the middle they go. Carrington. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
That's good.
Here's first down.
First down.
19 Lions.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
They'll look to throw. Now Daniels going to keep it. Touchdown! A 20-yard touchdown. And the Dragons are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
The offense will line up.
Daniels going to try and throw for it. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And it's able to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
Niners 31. Dragons 34.
So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do you know, what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then the last says, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle in the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time, ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Richardson looking to throw it. He'll try to do it himself. That is caught. And he will have A Niners first down, and that ought to be the one that seals the victory.
And a 49er first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On the give, here's Gibbs. And he's across the 45. It'll be second down. Well, I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on you.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. The recipe is pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Throwing now is Richardson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Niners, they can breathe a sigh of relief as they're able to eke out the 1-point victory here in the opener. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Orlando, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.